What is up, Pokemon fans, PCBL fans, and PCBL coaches? This is your PCBL commentator and analyst, Blake Trout here, with your PCBL 11 First Four analysis. So, we've been 4 weeks down, a third of the way through the season, and I will say it has been a crazy couple of weeks, especially week 4 being one of the craziest with a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of players really showing their mettle. A lot of players now showing their terrible, not good mettle. It's okay though. I don't mind or really care too much. So I thought instead of me getting really mean and hurtful, I think we should have a good old-fashioned conference. Kind of like a parent-teacher conference, except I'm not choking out the parent or the teacher or the student. We're going to do this differently. I'll be looking up how each player's been doing from ranking 16 to 1 and see how they go. You have the specific grades here shown. A, being excellent. B, above average. C, satisfactory. D, below average. And F, for get out. Alright, so the next stage is me talking about how each team's operating, what my comments are shown, and it won't be that much of an explanation. Maybe it'll be a minute, maybe not even a minute, maybe 30 seconds if it's really that simple. Because I want this to be a bit of a casual, yet also official, because I feel like I want to go with this format for like the next 2. But I think like the last 4 analysis will most likely just be more of a speculation of how playoffs would go situation. So there's like also the prediction as well, and how I feel about how each player is doing. Really, that's all there is to it. So let's get it cracking. Okay, so we have the Crown Shrine, Slowkings, and Oscar for number 16 with an 0-4, -19 differential. So your grade's an F. I mean, you understand how this has been going so far. But we kind of think about it. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. You have lost 4 games by literally a total of nearly 20. By an average of... basically, you've lost a game, almost a body bag a game. That's not a good thing. First game ends in a sweep when you were trying to basically outstall another trainer. Didn't work. You've basically been doing nothing but passive pivoting. I mean, look at the comments here. Too much passive pivoting. Please smack them fools. As you see here, you're playing too goddamn passively. It's not like it's bad. Your team's not terrible. But with Mew, like so much offensive potential this team has, especially with Mew, I was really expecting better. I was expecting this to be a possible, oh, we got all the Team Slask and it's just not looking good. I think what you need to do, you need to get more aggressive. Take some more risks. Enough of this trying to play it with actual style. Like, you haven't used any of the Toxic Stall and you just keep switching around hoping to get some type of sweep going on. I mean, I saw what you tried to do last game with Troy. You were trying to pull some kind of Cosmic Power, looks like Cosmic Power, maybe Store Power set, and that failed. You got stopped at every turn, and Troy is a person that loves to fight against other defensive balanced teams because he knows what he can do with that. But in this case for you, Oscar, you may have a chance in the next 4. You may go at least 2-2. I don't think you're going to end up winless. You really won't, but you got to step it up. It's getting kind of angerifying, really, watching you play. Enough of this passive movement. Get there, put some offense on. You will thank me later. Okay, so we go to number 15, and we have the Evergreen Eevees, 0-4 -12 with a D grade. All I can say is that you kind of seem like you're almost getting there, and I mean, the first couple of games you were getting smacked. It was not pretty. And the last 2 where you were playing players that are a bit more evenly matched with you, and it still did not end in your favor. I don't really know if there's much else I could say. It's kind of like when you get a D, it's like, I feel like you just got to change 3 or 4 things. Probably would change your team up a little bit. Probably make it a little bit more effective in the offensive and pivot range. But the way you're using Rabombi has put me bewildered. I thought, ooh, Rabombi could be great. The whole baton passing is pretty cool, but then you do something really questionable where you baton pass into Gengar to let it die. I didn't get that. And you didn't have Moonblast on there? You really could have turned that around. Maybe you could have turned that around. I don't know what that was. Maybe I'm being dumb. But I don't know what it is. I just don't like what I'm seeing. And the next 4 games are not going to be easier in your favor. I mean, dear God, I did not remember at all or try to memorize what you were playing up against, but I went 1-3 for a reason. You either have got to turn it around. I feel like you lose two more. I say you go 1-3 here, you're not making playoffs. And I would like for you to make some type of playoff berth. That would be real cool if you could do that. You gotta, I say, in this case, you just gotta hope for the best. You're really close, yet you're really missing the punches. It's like you're bobbing and weaving, but you're still getting smacked up. Please, please, change it up. Okay, so number 14 is the Iki Town Incineroar. Coach Oak, 1-3 -9. Okay, you got a D. So, looking at the comments, you kind of know why you're here. You weren't using a very familiar team. I could probably give you a bit of a pass on that, but geez, losing 3 straight is not a good thing to look. And also by way of how you won the first game, you should probably be 0-4. But hey, hopefully you just have to make massive changes. Just get back to what you were doing before and be really, really offensive. You gotta be biting, you know, you gotta go out there, bite people's thumbs off type of beat. I mean, I feel like I heard about your trades, the changes you're making. Adding Dracovish is very nice. Sucks that you got rid of your best performing Pokemon in Piloswine, but Piloswine is not meant to be a top performing Pokemon, so you need to have some damn offense. I really think about it, half these teams just have no offensive figures in. And I guess it's like the first 4. You're probably still trying to figure your team out. But you've now realized things aren't working. And against some pretty good players and against Nico, yeah, it's really looking pretty bad. Please. Was it Nico? No, you didn't play Nico this week. Or in week 3. But still, take my advice, please. It ain't looking pretty, but I still think you have some hope and can probably turn it around. 2-2, because you're going to get some sidewinders. At least in week 7 and 8, I really can't decide if you're going to win those or bomb them. So, that's up to you. I'll just probably leave it at that. And this thing actually isn't going that fast. There's not much for me to say because I did not do this thing or script it. And now I'm going to press this one again. Okay, so we're getting on to Dread. You know what I'm talking about. The Wayward Garchomps. 1-3 -8 with a D-rated grade. Now, below average, yeah. And my comments will stick with this because that's all I feel like is wrong with your team. It's not bad. It's just improve your execution and the wins will follow. What I mean by your execution, quit it with the bonehead plays. Quit it with the bonehead team building. Stick to the plan of what you want to do. Be very, very thorough in your team building. Don't half-ass it. I would like to just say that because this team isn't bad. I like your team, but I really don't like how it was. Like week 1, you played stubborn and lost. Week 2, you just not really great ideas or moves made. Week 4, when I was seeing that, hey, you actually are taking advice and really sticking to the method this time, and you got a win out of it. So it's going to be a little tough. Game's looking kind of scary. I definitely know you play Nico at some point, but please kick his butt. Just do it. It really isn't that bad. It's not anything insane I'm not trying to ask. I mean, at this point, it's like a D that can improve quickly to a B if you do really well in the next 4. It's just that, just chill on the execution. Fix it. Improve it. Because you will be, if you lose another couple straight, you may be out of the playoff contention entirely. And I would love it to see you could turn this around. I know it's only the first 4 weeks, but dear goodness gracious, the bottom 4 are not the craziously great sides. Usually they're already almost out of the running, especially for the 0-4 teams. Okay, so for number 12, we have Violet City Vulpixes, coached by Kenneth, and they're at 1-3 -5. They get a C. Satisfactory gameplay. My only beef with them, or issue... Wait. I said comments. How did I skip you? Oh well. I guess it is an issue. I say take more of a risk in creative builds. I've really been liking how you've been doing the gameplay lately. You have been spicing things up. I think you want to spice it up further because you are starting to get a little bit more predictable. Ain't too big of a deal. I feel like you have a decent chance of winning at least 2 games over the next couple of weeks. Realistically, I mean, at worst, you could end up. This is like my whole... This is maybe at worst you could end up. Maybe, 3-5? Still a chance to come back if you can win the next 4 or anything like that, but this is good enough. I've been thinking you're doing pretty well compared to at least the last couple of seasons. So at least this time, I feel like, well, It's only been 4 weeks. You still got 8 more weeks to show you can do. Not really much else I want to talk about. I've actually been kind of satisfied with how he's been doing, but lately. I feel like, shoot, there's probably 2 games where he could have just went and won it and be 3-1, but, you know, I guess it just doesn't happen this time. So, look, this one I'm kind of confused of. Maybe you're still a little rusty after you got your Season 10 trophy, but I don't know what's up with you, bro. Like, Twin Leech Tanglers are number 11. This is very unusual. Like, last season, he went 0-2, won the whole thing. Now he went to lose 3 straight to begin the season. Alright, so my only issues with him, you know, with Troy's gameplay, he gets a C-. I feel like he could be doing a lot better than what he's had, and I think whenever I think about it, look at my comment. I say, you may probably want to be careful with your pivoting and defensive momentum. Maybe switch over to a more offensive approach. You have a large amount of offensive potential, and it's just like the same way as, shoot, who was I talking about previously? If we go farther back, I want to say Oscar, I guess. He has a lot of offensive potential, but just decides to play it a bit passively. This ain't even a passive case. You've just been beaten, at least for what, 2 out of the 3 games? It was just basically unable to stop offensive momentum. Like, you either make one very stupid switch in, not even stupid, but just a fatal mistake, and Amon just gets obliterated. So now you're under even more unnecessary pressure to try to do your best and win. And then it just, you know, it gets worse. And it's really, really concerning. And it's going to just get worse from here on out if you don't change your strategy. Maybe you can get a bit more offensive, or just be more careful. This is usually, it's kind of really shocking you lose 3 games like this. And it's wild. So, if you could kindly get it together. This is disgraceful. This is not Twin Leaf Tanglers PCBL. This is garbage. But I mean, what else is there for me to say, though? You have a really good team, but you maybe need a couple more weeks. I mean, look, the next 4 are not going to be easy. I have you winning 2 games, but you could lose all 4 of them with the way you've been playing since. At least the one time where it worked out for you doing what you were doing in week 4 is because the other player was more passive than you. You might want to be a little bit more aggressive. I think, again, half of y'all just need to be a little bit more aggressive. That's it. Take some more risks. Trying to play it safe hasn't worked. They've just been smacking you up. Sean smacking you. Freaking Nico. You let Nico do this to you? Nico? Alright, you can get on and leave. I'm going to go on to the next one before I start frothing in the mouth. Alright, so we're now getting to number 10, and it's going to be the Snowpoint Sylveons, coached by May, with a B-. One who I thought, you know, deep down was thinking, you know, they actually are going to be one of my favorite players to win the whole thing. They got my Blake Trout endorsement. And 2-2. Now, they may have lost 2 straight by complete horrible hacks, but they have won 2 in a row. My only comments are basically just, you got to clean the house by burning some sage, read a couple of scripts from the Bible. That luck's going to turn around in your favor. I really do see you winning pretty well in the next 4 games. I don't really see you having too much of an issue. All you got to do is just keep going, I guess. There's really not much else to say. It's one of those ratings where it's like, oh, you haven't really done anything wrong. You just have gotten screwed by luck for the first 2 losses. But in the next 2 games, you've done decently well. Hopefully this trend of winning games continues for you. On to the next one. All right, now we go to number 9, the Segundo Glaciers, coached by Isaac, 2-2 plus 1, with a C+. A C+. You know, it's not too bad and not too good either, but like, hey, a little bit better than satisfactory. Honestly, you're going to have to step your game up. You're going against tougher people. Much tougher. Whenever you're going against somebody that's a little bit better, you've lost pretty close and you've gotten smacked up pretty bad, but you've beaten some pretty decent teams around your level. You're going to have to step it up. If you actually want to go far, You're going to have to step it up. You have a good team. You have no excuses to be mid. You have a good team. Step it up. That's all. But yeah, if you keep this up, you're going to just lose the next 3 games in a row. And 1-3 is my prediction for you. So step it up. Stand up! Stand up! Okay, look, number 8, Village Bridge Volcaronas, 2-2 plus 4, coached by Pluto. I don't know why I forgot to put the Pluto name on there. Now you're starting to see how stupid I've been feeling for the last couple of days. I've been busy. So look at the comments. Look, I'm saying make some minor changes to your team. I don't know what it's got to be. I really don't know what it's got to be. It feels like you got to make some changes. If you really don't start to like massively improve, not even massively improve, but just change your mindset, change your whole grind set. You know, you've been trying to do that alpha mindset and it hasn't worked. Only this is alpha to you? This is sigma at best? Here's a grind set thing for you. Step it up. Change it up. Honestly, you just got to retool a little bit with some trades. You back in it. 6-6 is in your future if you don't beat the better players and teams. You're going to be facing better competition. And it's scary. It is. Sadly with Stronf, you got smacked. Sadly with, I think Sean? Was it Sean? You got smacked. You need to beat him. You're not going to go far if you don't beat the better competition. And if it goes this way, again, 1-3 is in your future. Don't like 6-6, that sucked last season. And you were doing really good. So do not have a very terrible rest of the season. Okay? There's 8 games left. You just got to win at least 5. You're in. But enough of this, Pluto. It's no time for you to be Pluto supporter. No. Forget supporting. Forget supporting. You're going to be the Pluto main guy. You got to go in there and play in that Chimera Shadow Garden. That is all you got to do. Be greedier. Okay, there really isn't anything else I want to say here. Cold Storage Cosmogs by Purple Dolphin, 3-1 plus 2. I really like how y'all been playing. You only got crushed really bad once, and that was by Froski. So, we'll let that slide for you. You know, you got beat because you just got swept out at the end. Ain't much that can be done there. You get a B+. That's a good score. Great score. That's like an 87 if I had to give it to you. All you got to do is just shut down setup. That's all. And you also have a pretty decent path to winning 3 more games and going 6-2. It's not that bad. So take the opportunity that you have a slightly easier next 4, and you'll be fine. Just don't get stale. That's all. And now we're finally getting to the really good teams that are still decent contenders so far. The Trick House Teeter Dance is coached by Froski, 3-1 plus 6. You get an A-. You hear that? An A-. Oh yeah. You were doing great. 3 straight wins, coming up off a 5-0. Then you go up against Stronf and you get your butt kicked. How did elite butt kicking taste? Bad? Don't let it happen again. Yeah, you're probably going to win two more games at least. It's not looking too great, but there's some toss-ups. Still, I think you have a decent shot of winning at least 2. I think at this point, you're going to have to just take that loss you took, let that be a learning case, and make sure it doesn't happen again, where you just get shut down. Just don't let that happen again. You know, that left a sad, disgusting taste in my mouth. Just, jeez, man. You got this. Just keep going. And we now have the number 5 team, the Mount Pire Magnet Pull Scout, 3-1 plus 6. You get an A. I mean, seriously, stick to what you've been doing. And I've seen what you've done differently compared to what you would normally do over the last couple seasons, is that you get something going, but then you get completely stopped somewhere and you just fall apart. But this has been different. You've been stuck in a situation, you kept scrapping and fighting and getting out of it. Fall into it again, keep scrapping and fighting and getting out of it. You didn't give up. And you know what? Stick to what you do. The mindset of just not giving up and keeping it going, and the gameplay's paying off. The way you've been playing offensively, your switch-ins, pivots, it's all vastly improved. It's starting to look like that season 1 to 5 Scout energy, that eliteness that I've always admired and seen. You're doing good. Yo, you're doing good. Like, I mean, hey, 2-2, that's probably what I'm predicting. And you got Troy in one of those. I definitely can see you winning that game, the way that Troy's been playing. So go out there, keep it up. Like, I'm actually very happy with the results of it. 3 straight wins. I mean, I loved seeing that. Keep it going. Keep it going. Make a deep run. Oh boy. Number 4. Number 4. Oh man, what do I gotta say to you? Like to you specifically. What happened to 12-0? Well, what happened to I'm the best thing and I'm after everybody's heads type beat? What's the whole about to win another championship? Here? At my dinner table? Please. Please. Cause guess what? We smoking that Nico pack this week. Oh, sure, you won 3 straight, and then you got packed up by Bisharp. And he has the team to pack you up, and he packed you up. So what now? So you did it. 3-1. But what now? You got exposed. Better yet. Better. I mean, I guess you could just retire now, right? Like, that loss was embarrassing. Getting clapped up like that. At home. Fair enough. It's only week 4. Week 5 and onward, it's not going to be much easier. Everybody's starting to get wise. They realize, oh, he ain't invincible. Nah, he ain't Omni-Man. He's just the immortal. You just going to get cooked. And I mean, hey, give all your excuses. Say you only lose him for the sake of the curse. Man, nobody cared about the curse. No excuses for the curse. I don't even need this. I really don't. 3-1. Oh, I'm about to be the best. Nah. Enough of that. Enough of that. Now you're saying, oh, we gonna be the best in the best. Nah. No. Not today. Take a seat. Take a seat. Get out of my sight. Okay, so after that extremely charged previous entry, number 3 is the Sutopolis 7.8ers, coached by Sean, 3-1 plus 8. Honestly, you got an A. You're doing pretty nice, keep it out there. You had a pretty tough loss against Strumpf, but hey, it's okay though. You've won other games pretty handily, and you're looking pretty good. I mean, this season, yeah, it would be nice to see another UK champion, but I kind of don't want that though, because Cav did it twice and dipped. Yeah, I don't want to have it again. I like having another American winning it. Let's win it one more time. Bring it home, please. 4 years ago, a Canadian won it, and it was my fault for letting that happen. So hopefully, anything else. Also, your team's pretty nice. Love the offensive pressure you put on all of your opponents. Didn't work against Strumpf, but it's chill. You'll probably win the next 3 and probably go 6-2. So be happy with that. Now get on out there and have a good time, Sean. Good job. So, hey, number 2. What's your name? The Driftville Dark Rise by Young Bisharp. 3-1 plus 8. I'm going to just say it. You get an A. After what you did to Nico, after you packed his butt up out of here, you get an A. You get one. Okay. Like you are off the shit list forever. You are forever now a household PCBL team. Now, my only problem here is this. The only reason why I feel so angry towards you, not for the comments you made pre-week 1, but you have a really, really good team. There is no excuse to not make a deep run. You have an elite team. Please don't half-ass this. Please. I'm begging you. You have Necrozma. You have Spectrier. You have Zarude. You have Tapu frickin' Finny. You can really make a run. You can really do it. Please. I am begging. I'm literally on my knees. I am begging. Please make a deep run. Like the next 3, I swear, the next 3 out of 4, I can see you win by at least 3 or 4. Please don't mess this up. I mean, week 1 made me so hot on the account that, not because Purple Dawn was bad, but it was a good team that easily could have countered what was up here. And you got cooked. I'm like, oh, God, don't tell me he's still doing this late season stuff. Please. And you went 3-1 last season. And what you did was just collapse and lose 6 straight. That was horrible to watch. Please. I'm begging you. Just Please, don't waste this opportunity. Do not waste this opportunity. Please make this run a great one. Okay, so to round it off, we have the Mount Silver Mentis, coached by Eric, 4-0 plus 15. Seriously? So we out here saying, yeah, best player. He did this 5 seasons ago. 5 seasons ago? No, 3 seasons ago. 4 seasons ago? 4 seasons ago. He did this 4 years ago. He went 8-0, and then he just started semi-falling apart and then losing in round 1 to Jermoy. Crazy upset. He has a really ridiculous team. That's not super ridiculous, just the way he plays. He does it by the book, hasn't lost a step since. We really should get Brunch in the future, but I don't know how that's going to happen. I do see you possibly losing a game. You do have Troy week 7, but you have always saluted him, so it's going to be a crazy game week 7. I'd love to commentate that, or just do it anyways, because screw Battle of the Week. Y'all been voting like crazy. I don't know what the heck y'all voting for. I'll keep making them. I'll keep making them that way. If y'all keep doing it, keep voting. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. You've been playing this game practically perfectly. You've been clapping up a bunch of players. I mean, the only game where you kind of had to, fishangle your way through may have been in Pluto and may have been Sean. At that point, you've been playing pretty handily. Haven't seen a team sweat. Like you probably ain't even sweating from how you were playing. You're playing pretty well. Honestly, you're gonna be fine. Win 4 more games, you guarantee a playoff spot. Win 3 more, you'll still be number 1. I don't know. It's not much else to talk about it with you. Like, you haven't made any critical errors. Team build's nice. You basically won with this typical chip damage and toxic stalling and then making the right plate. Like, you have played nearly perfectly. I mean, you get a 97, that's an A. A+, that's 4.0. You get in the credits. So, good job. Good job. Okay, so this pretty much ends the good old-fashioned PCBL 11 week. First 4, grade sheet. Keep forgetting it's not a week. Sorry for not getting anything super duper put in on time. I'm having just a lot of pressure trying to get work done, and school's about around the corner for the summer, and I'm going to be very, very much not in the greatest of headspaces because I'm just really tired. But hey, I wanted to make this at least somewhat okay, somewhat passable to be at least watchable. I don't want it to really end up being terrible where I just can't post it because like the draft analysis, like it just took too much work and I had no time. And I thought, let's just get this done so I don't have to worry about it and keep it on the back burner for weeks. I really don't want to do that when this stuff comes up week to week. I just hated the fact that we didn't have like at least a week's amount of time to start the league. Or I think we did and it still wasn't enough time. So I kind of feel bad about that. So thanks for your patience, kindness, and support. I'll keep posting this stuff up all the way till the season ends and all the way into playoffs. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.